Here's what I loved about travel. Strangers can often amaze you. Sometimes a single day brings a beautiful surprise, a simple kindness that opens your heart and makes you a different person by the time you go to sleep. More, more tender, less chaotic than you were when you woke up. This particular day began at 7 in the morning in Casablanca. My friend Manuel and were going to visit Abdel, Abdelatif, a young man with a work with on a volunteer project in Kenitra, an industrial city on the Moroccan Moro- Moroccan coast. He'd been expecting us to arrive in Casablanca for a few days now, and since he had no telephone, he'd written down his address and told to church shop. His mother and sister were on way at home, as my plane was leaving from Casablanca the following morning. We wanted to get an early start so we could spend the whole day with him. Apparently, the address Adelative had written down for us was hard to understand, and when we got into the neighborhood, our taxi driver started asking direction. Eventually, with the help of a policeman and then a little boy, we were led to a house down a winding road. Our driver went to the door and inquired. He came back to the car saying Abelative's sister was in this house visiting friends and could come along to show us where they lived. Soon a girl of about 16 emerged from the house. Surprisingly, she didn't resemble Abel, Abel, Abdelatif at all. Still, I'd seen other families where children didn't look alike, so I didn't give it too much thought. We waited in the yard while the sister went in and returned, accompanied by her mother, sisters, and brother in law, all of whom greeted us with constant countenance warmth. We were shown into a pretty home with multi colored tiles lining the walls. The mother told us in broken French that Abdelatif was out but could be home soon. We sat on loud, cozy and sit in the living room, drinking sweet meat tea and eating sugar cookies, while the family members took turns sitting with us and making signs. Police conversation that frequently lapse into uncomfortable silence, silence as anything was said. Manuel would say, "What?" and I would translate the simple phrase or him. Nice weather today, tomorrow perhaps rain.